What's up guys, Justin here from CBI Off-Road Prinsu. Today we got our 2022 Nissan Frontier. We're going to show you how to install the Prinsu rack. Alright, first thing we're going to do is get everything laid out. Make sure we got all our stuff. We got our hardware, side rails, crossbars. Make sure you have your silver crossbar. It's going to go on the back of the wind deflector. Once you get everything laid out, we'll go to the vehicle with the side rail and show you the layout. Okay, so the next step is we're at the vehicle. We're going to measure from this black trim forward 7 inches, and we're going to make a mark. We're going to go ahead and get our plus nut drilled and installed on this hole, and then we'll get it side rail up here loosely installed, and that'll give us guidance to mark the rest of our holes. But for right now, we'll get our 7 inches, make a mark, get drilling. Okay, just a quick pro tip. We have our 7-inch mark here. We're gonna take one of our spacers, center it up over that mark, and then we're gonna trace kind of roughly around it so we know how much of this foam that we need to cut out to get our nut cert installed. All right, so now that we remarked our hole, we're gonna go ahead and drill it. So I'm starting with a 3/16 drill bit, and I brought the index up here. You may need to just gradually go up one size at a time, but the back 2 holes drill pretty easy, so we'll just drill 3/16, probably 1/4 inch, and just work our way up to a 3/8 bit. So here's 3/16. Definitely don't go too deep, just barely pierce this top layer and you'll be good to go. All right, so now we're gonna take a few minutes to talk about how to compress the plus nuts. So these plus nuts, they're gonna be installed in the roof, and they go into the roof and they expand on the underside, so it creates a really sturdy mounting surface to mount the roof rack to. So we're gonna take one of our bolts, we're gonna slide a 1/4 inch washer on, then we're gonna slide this hex coupler, another washer, and the plus nut. So we're gonna thread the plus nut on. We need to make sure it's snug against this other washer. Then we're gonna take a 7/16 wrench to hold the hex coupler, and then we'll take a 7/16 wrench or socket on the top, and we'll tighten that down. Of course, with this inserted into the hole we just drilled, and it'll expand and create that sturdy mounting surface we talked about. Also, very important step is we're gonna take some of our black RTV silicone, and we're gonna seal this leading edge right here so that when you push this down into the hole, it disperses that RTV, creating a really good weather-tight seal right there on the roof. So we'll go ahead and get this compressed on this back hole, and then we'll be able to get the side rail up here and mark our further up front holes.
All right, so our next step is we're down here on the floor. We're gonna start assembling the roof rack. So get all your hardware prepped, all your T30 Torx bolts, get a washer on those and a dab of Loctite on the end. That's what's gonna secure the side rail to the crossbar. So we're gonna use an impact to get those assembled, but it's turned down to its lowest setting. Those are 1/4 inch bolts, so you don't wanna over tighten or cross thread them. So start them by hand and use a ratchet if you're worried about it. But we're not gonna install a crossbar where there's a mounting foot. We want full access to that on the cab so we can get the mounting hardware tightened down, so we don't want to block that off. So don't block that. And also we're installing the crossbars where there is a smaller slot, not these longer ones. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and get these going, get it up on the truck.
All right, so our next step is we're gonna get our silicone and our spacers in place. So just quick note, you have 2 longer spacers that's gonna go on the very front side on both sides. All the rest in the back are gonna be the same size. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our black RTV silicone, we're gonna fill up this area inside the hole and around, and we'll just smush the spacer right in place. So that'll create a great seal on the inside of the hole and all the way around that spacer. Okay, so we got our bolts started. We're gonna jump down, check the alignment, make sure everything's nice and straight, and then we'll come up here and tighten down. So these are 1/4 inch again, so we don't wanna over tighten, so just get it good and snug, and you'll be good to go. Thanks for watching today's install tutorial, the 2022 Nissan Frontier Prinsu Rack. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment below.